This is the second small group discussion with J. Krishnamurti and Gstaad, 1964.
To carry on where we left off yesterday, before we begin to discuss really quite seriously, I think the mere search or the inquiry into self-knowledge, confusion and all that, I think that ought to be completely set aside if we are going to be seriously discussed at all. Is that all right? No, but it means something else, because we are taking that for granted, aren't we? We're taking it for granted that we have worked at this and are somewhat clear of all the confusion, ambitions and personal self-expansion and personal desire for fame and all that kind of business. I think more or less one is clear of that, or isn't one? Because I feel if there is any form of effort in what we are going to discuss, we'll keep to that word, to discuss, which means, I believe in the dictionary meaning, to examine analytically to examine analytically, there must be no pressure in any direction, mustn't it? Intellectual, emotional, personal, ambitious. To inquire properly, it seems to me, at least, I don't know, we can discuss that for a little. The mind must be very clear. And not be entrammeled with effort. As we were saying yesterday, the LSD and all the various chemical drugs that exist, they kind of release the barrier. The barriers are discovered and are gone through, so that you're part of your environment. You are capable of instant adjustment and perception and all the rest of it. Here what we are trying to do, aren't we, is something more than merely chemical reactions. Right? If we are doing something more than chemical reactions, we must be aware of the chemical reactions in ourselves and somehow go beyond them, so that the mind is not in a state of constant effort. That's what I'm trying to get at. Can only pool our resources if you and I are really capable of analytical examination in which every form of effort is completely removed. Otherwise you can't take part in it. That's very simple. For example, yesterday Miss Pratt was saying that she was confused, and Dr. Othalani was saying that in this group, by coming into contact with each other more, you could see, penetrate more. Those are all indications of effort. And what we are trying to do, I don't know if that's what we all want to do, is to have a mind that has no directive, that is not going in a particular direction. It's only then it's possible to analytically examine. I don't know in the right sense of that word. If I have personal ambition, if I want to become famous, that's deeply hidden in myself. I can't analytically examine. That will always give me a direction, push me in a certain direction. This is fairly simple. It doesn't need a great deal of. And that's why it's important to have self-knowledge and finish with it. Not keep on repeating for 50 years, for God's sake, I'm still confused, and so on, so on, so on. It becomes too childish. So, can we pool our energies to really examine, so that it is not examining in any particular direction or in any segment. Can we do that? Shall we go on with that? I mean, this is one of them. I don't know if you have done it at all ever. It's one of the most difficult things to do. And this requires astonishing clarity. It's like looking at those mountains without a word, without a thought, without any verbalization, with nothing between you and that mountain. And then to look. And that requires astonishing discipline, not only work, but extraordinary discipline, which is the natural outcome of self-knowledge and all the rest of it. If you haven't done that, you can't do the other. And I don't feel this would be worthwhile, a group like this, it would be worthwhile to go back, start all over again, self-knowledge, go through. I wouldn't do it for anybody here. I've done it for 18 meetings, I'm not going to do it here. We can meet next year to do that, but not now. Or you can come to India and I'll start it all over there. So what do we do? If we are really of that intent, then how do we proceed? How do we investigate? You follow, sir? I don't know if I'm using the right word. If I'm not, it doesn't much matter as long as we understand the meaning of the word. You see, let me put it differently. We are always acting from the known. That's obvious. Now somebody comes along and says to me and to you, act from the unknown. And I said, what do you mean by that? That's it. It literally comes to that, doesn't it? Chemicals in every form can make me act within the field of the known more subtly, more coordinatedly, more harmoniously, more synthetically. And you tell me you've always acted from the known, and that doesn't, you'll always be battling in that field, struggling in that field of the known. And you come and tell me, say, look, act from the unknown, and I don't know what it means. And that's what we're going to investigate, right, sir? Right? Right. But this, you follow, it's not just a trick.
But are you sure that the chemicals never bring one to the unknown? I mean,
That's finished. See, that's why one has to have the nerves very quiet. You follow, sir? The physical organism healthy, the brain cells free of chemical responses, if it's possible. I don't know if you follow what I mean. And then to have a mind that can look. Otherwise we'll be everlastingly playing, shifting the pieces from one in the field of the known. Right? Huh? How do we proceed from that? Is the question clear? The problem, the statement, clear.
Perhaps you could clarify what you mean more by chemical responses.
Chemical responses. First of all, there's the environmental response. Environmental pressures And I know them. And also I know the physical, biological responses, right? With the nerves, the irritations, the pressures, the tensions. And also I know how the brain cells respond to the traditional responses, to traditional conditioning in which it has been brought up, right? I'm aware of all that. It isn't just mere statements, but I'm conscious of all that. Because I have been through self-knowledge, etc., etc., and so I'm aware of all that. So they don't impinge, right, sir? They don't precipitate in the field of my investigation. I don't, huh?
Krishnamurti, when you...
Oh, do call me Krishnaji. You know my shorter name, so that...
in, say, the experience of looking at a mountain or a tree or whatever, it seems to me in that there is a tremendous, I don't know if neurological is the right word for it, but sort of experience, at least it is to me, which isn't a defined thing, but but one feels it intensely. Does that come under the category of what you just described?
I don't catch it, sorry.
Well, to look at a mountain or a tree or whatever it is, there is for me a almost organic, I don't know what, neurological is the word I think of. It may not be exactly
I understand.
description, in which there is something,
Yes.
including you were part of the whole thing. Does that response come under the category you've just described as a chemical reaction? Because one, at least I'm aware in that sense of...
Mrs. Emilis, look, when there is a projection of your background, when your particular problem not being resolved projects itself and twists what you perceive. That's part of the chemical reaction, isn't it? When you are ambitious, not you, when one is ambitious, wanting fame, that is the tradition in which you have been brought up. The cells of your brain have accepted, have been conditioned, and that, which is again a chemical reaction, obviously, and that's going to project. When you are trying to investigate something very deep, that's going to alter the shape of your investigation.
Yes. But there are certain things it seems to me...
I'm coming to that. And that I see a tree, mountain, river, whatever that is, and there again I have certain cultural background. I translate the colors because I'm a painter or a writer, whatever it is. And again, that's a projection. Again, that interferes. Is it possible? That's what I'm asking. Is it possible, first of all? See the difficulty of all this. Don't agree. See the enormous difficulty of a mind that wants to investigate, that is so burdened with all these reactions. Is it possible for the mind to have not these burdens, to be aware of these pressures, chemical, etc., etc., and to say, well, hold. You follow what I mean? I am aware of it.
Yes, I'm trying obviously to relate what you're speaking of to something.
Don't relate it yet. Don't relate it yet.
But there is an experience of this which doesn't seem to be A projection does not seem involved.
I'm not talking of experience. What I'm saying is, I see, to investigate, I must have a very clear eye and very ears that will hear the minutest sound. And any disturbance in the eye or in the ear prevents me from looking. That's simple. Is it possible? Not that there are not experiences, that's irrelevant, if you don't mind my saying so. Is it possible for me to investigate into something which demands no effort, no reaction, and therefore no experience, and all the chemical reactions being known quiet? You follow? Is that possible when all our education, society, culture is nothing else but the other chemical reaction? I don't know, right?
You've often talked of light and the flame. Well, the equivalent word for intelligence in the Arabic language is to light a fire or flame of light. Now, this light, is it possible for it to be able to feed on itself?
That's what we are going to examine.
You see, a battery that charges itself as it goes.
That's what we're going to examine. And that is not possible to discover if all my, you follow?
Well, that means a profound depth.
Don't not what it means. We don't know what it means yet. First, I am seeing how important it is to have a mind that has no tension. You follow? No drive, no direction. It has assimilated and understood all the chemical reactions. Therefore, no problems, no, wanting experience, all that silly stuff. Huh?
Would that mean that most of the feelings are quiet?
Of course. Feelings quiet, emotions quiet, sentiment. Of course, there is no sentimentality here. No sense of.
Complete stillness.
Huh?
Complete stillness.
No. I'm not using that word purposely. I don't know what you follow. This. First, let us state the problem and understand the problem, not what it means, what it's going to lead to. Say, for instance, if I'm a musician and I've studied, worked, practiced, and you follow, I want to beat Menuhin and so on, and I say, let me investigate, that such a mind is calm, it is childish. Such a mind is childish anyhow. And it says, now let me investigate something which demands tremendous maturity. You follow? So is it possible, and we may be saying something impossible, you understand what I mean? Biologically, chemically, neurologically, we may be saying something impossible and therefore unreal. And if we say it is possible, then it might either it is a delusion, and a personal delusion in which I live, and has no meaning at all, or it has a tremendous meaning. If it has meaning, then how is it at all possible for a brain that has been, all the rest of it, to completely be quiet and low? That's why I said action from the known is action of knowledge. Immediate or stored up. And you are saying, and you say, is there action from the unknown? Because if I realize action from the known is a mechanical, repetitive, a horizontal movement, and you say there is a movement vertically, which is not related to the horizontal. Sorry, I don't want to talk all the time. You start, some of you.
You say it is not related to the horizon.
Can't be. Wait a minute. Why are you asking that question?
Because yesterday, if I may have misunderstood, but yesterday you sort of said you wanted to meet it.
Meet?
To meet the unknown.
I could never have said it. It's not my life. It's not my way of looking at it.
It's very difficult to.
No, I first of all, Suarez, I don't want to express. It is not utilitarian, it is not, it may be when once I get it, you follow? But my utilitarian mind is seeking to use it. Through pain, through writing, in relationship.
No.
Then what is the question you're asking? You asked whether the unknown can meet, the vertical can meet the horizontal.
I say, if I consider the unknown as a barrier, I've already put a limitation to my mind.
No, I did not say a barrier.
That's it, you did not.
I didn't mean.
Therefore, there must, and now you say there is no need. You say there is.
Wait, sir, I'll make it clear. Look.
So I think this point has to be.
We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it.
It's frightfully difficult, I mean to say, for a mind to actually face the unknown. No. Sorry. I see all my daily intellectual, emotional life is in the field of the known. D'accord. Right. D'accord. That's simple. Yes.
Now, and I also see, I'm using the word see and like, I also see that it becomes a second later repetitive. Of course. It becomes mechanical, routine. And I can invent in this field new ways of expression, new ways of painting, new ways of, what they're doing in modern, all the rest of it. Right. then I say to myself, is there any other action than this action? Right?
So, that action you suggested,
Wait, no, I'm questioning it.
why you put a question? And
I'm putting it.
Can that action spring from the unknown?
No,
Any action?
no, wait, sir. I am saying, please follow. I know only this action in the field of the known. And I'm asking myself, is there any other action which is not in this field?
The mind knows that there is an unknown, doesn't it?
Oh, no, they're intellectually.
No.
Mon cher ami, no. The mind cannot, no.
But if you speak of the unknown and you say...
I don't think of the unknown. I can't think what's beyond the tree, beyond that hill. I have to climb the mountain and look over. No, don't, and that simile is all wrong too, sorry. I only know one series of activities, connected, disconnected, sequential, all that in time, which is in the field of the known. That's all I know. That's my only fact. Now, the unknown is not a fact to me. And I say to myself, and I see the whole significance of this movement in time, in the field, in the known, I say, is there any other action? That's all.
Perhaps it's the word action.
But it's
Action in the sense, movement.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. I do, but
Yes,
don't,
advocate.
you don't quibble over words.
No,
We understand.
it's not.
Action.
a question, not an assertion.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's a question put to me, put to myself, put to yourself, so that we are investigating, right?
Yes, so we have to know how are we to investigate.
We're going to do it.
Yes.
We're going to do it. I'm doing it. We're going to do it.
We're making no assumptions that
And I don't, no, but I must be very clear that the known is repetitive. Put it very quickly. Though I may invent new ways of expression and new ways of putting words together and all the rest of it, it is still cybernetic. It is still mechanical, computer. It's a mind, a computer mind. And I say to myself, is there an action which is not of this nature? Because if it is of this nature, I am a slave forever. Well, I can put a few colors together, a new picture, but it's still there. The world may call me a genius, a marvelous this. That's all too silly. So I say, I am very clear of that. Now, what is my mind? What is my mind that has understood the nature of this action in the known? Now, see, I've understood that. I've seen it. it has its value at a certain level, and no more. And now, what is the state of my mind that is it right? Huh? I've understood that. So that the mind that is, as understood it, is a mind that is not a recording mind. I don't know. Not a mind that says, I have had experience, which again becomes right, sir? Right? Actually, you're going through, not just verbally agreeing with me, because there's no verbal agreement here. We've gone beyond all that silly stuff. And it's really a very complex thing where,
By the very statement of mind asserts its freedom and wants to find. And
I'm not asserting freedom.
you are. Yes, of course you are.
No, my
You see,
friend.
please, you say, I don't want to, quarrel about words, but this is very, very serious. You say, I see that all this is mechanical. In a way, I see that it's absurd. It is absurd.
Yes.
But my mind doesn't identify itself with something which is absurd.
Or is it part of that absurdity?
Yes, it's part and partly not.
I don't know anything partly not. You see, I
When
don't.
you see, as soon as you see that it's mechanical,
That's all.
you declare your freedom from that.
No, I don't. I don't, sir. You have misunderstood altogether.
In a way, you have to.
No, I don't have to.
If you don't see that it's mechanical.
No. Somebody else explain.
As soon as you see that it's mechanical, you assert your freedom from it.
No, I'm not.
It seems that no words are needed, to declare. That is, if it's not, if you say it's mechanical, why is it necessary to say anything? I say, if you see it's mechanical, why do you have to say that it's mechanical?
Or that you're free from it.
Or that you're free from it.
At the end of the story.
Because as soon as you say it, then I think that you're back in the mechanical. That is.
Of course. Moment I say I'm free from it,
It's another category.
another category. I'm lost again. I built another known in another level.
One is trying to make it permanent.
And then
By saying.
say, of course.
Do you know, there's something rather terrific about an action that you don't have to do anything about. You know, no, I'm not assuming. That there is movement.
I don't know. No, please, I'm being very factual and very simple. I'm not going any further than mere statement. That is, I see that all my mind, my being, my nerves, functions within the field of the known.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
And therefore repetitive, therefore mechanical, therefore seeking new experience, new expressions, new ways of living, and so on. So always within that field, right? And I say to myself, just say to myself, I don't say there is not. I say to myself, I know this. This is a very mechanical process. Is there an activity, a movement, a way of living, etc., etc., etc.? where the time element, the mechanical element doesn't operate, function. That's all.
Is that really meant considering rather than stating a fact? Obviously, it's
I am stating it as a fact, like this is a fact.
yes, but not for me.
I am not putting any belief, any hope, any fear. I'm just stating I know my whole activity is in the field of the known.
Cause and effect.
All that in the field of the known. Why can't we all be simple instead of introducing cause? Simple. I mean, that's a fact. Why can't we deal with facts? Not something beyond the fact. We're just dealing with the fact. The fact that I have a computer mind, only much more clever, much more subtle, much more organic, etc., etc. And I say, that's all. And then my question is, to myself, is there a non-mechanical action?
I do not know.
Victor! You see, you're all too quick. Either to say no, or to say, well, you must not identify or do something. I'm just asking.
Comincia allora nella domanda.
I'm doing it, sir. But we are not clear of the fact first.
That's a fact. Because when we are clear with the fact, we stop thinking.
No. Something else I don't want to go into all. Now, sir, do please be simple. I don't know why we are complicated. You see, we want one has to be so like a surgical knife that is very simple. It operates, cuts.
Yes, it's very simple. And why you say we are not really really shocked or really in the problem? Because I know it's very simple. When I know when logically I say something, the end is included in my start.
Yes.
I know this is
Yes.
clear, very clear.
Yes.
But you say really is not clear, and I know. So we can perhaps discuss why is not clear.
Clear. Discuss it, sir. Discuss it.
So we all agree logically that we start from the known, the known, and from the known you are always in the same self-level.
Full stop. That's all my statement. Is that a fact to you? Is that so to you, say, that you can say, then you can put the other question without knowing this completely, totally, inwardly, you can't put the other question.
I know, I understand this.
See, then arises the question, from where do I put that question? Right, sir? Is it still from the field of the known? You follow? I have moved from there, and from there I'm putting that question. Or have I seen this fact so clearly, neurologically, chemically? Yes, I've seen this so clearly. My question is not put from there, but my question is merely a statement of looking. I don't know, huh? You understand? So it is not a question which demands a response.
Well, I mean, I understand what you mean, but it seems that there's a kind of nervous irritation that there's this known. I mean, would you say that's still the known?
Yeah, of course.
Which is where I'm putting the question from. Right?
Yes, that's right. Now, I must be very clear from where I am putting the question. Is it a question that is expecting an answer, and therefore recognizable, therefore operable, to be brought into the known, and because I have had an experience of that, can express it in my relationship, in my painting, in my poem, in my music, and God knows what else? You follow how my mind is playing a trick on me?
Well, yes, if you wanted to do anything such as to make yourself feel better, to get rid of the...
Yes, all the rest of it. So I have to be very clear why I'm putting the question and from where, why I'm putting the question and from where I am putting the question. And also I must be very clear that my mind isn't inquisitive. You follow, sir? Merely inquisitive.
Would the man merely inquisitive involve the eye? that.
Yes, wouldn't it?
Not if it's
I don't know about I. I mean, why
Why
is it?
not
Why
you?
is it? Why is it inquisitive?
just to find out.
Desire.
Why do you want to find out?
Well, because you put the question.
I didn't put the question. That's a question that would inevitably arise if you were looking at the norm. Huh?
If it arises,
And
doesn't
then,
it arise out?
if it arises, are you curious? Curiosity?
No.
Huh?
Awake to it.
Huh?
Being awake to it.
Awake to what? Please be very precise. Awake to what?
The thing that arises.
What arises?
Anything.
No, madam, no, not anything.
No,
Here,
but inquisitiveness.
we are talking about inquisitiveness. A mind that says, well, I'm very comfortable in the known world, and I'm settled there and just peep out in the ground the corner. I want to be like a child.
No.
Ah, that.
Starting
Curious.
from where you put the question,
Huh?
starting from the point you put the question, you said, but we must be very careful, it is not merely inquisitiveness.
Yes. I said.
I wanted to know
No,
what you meant.
I'll
by-
explain. That's a different thing. Curiosity. Why am I curious? Either I want more, a different kind of experience. Wait a minute, slowly, I'm examining. That isn't the only thing. Either I want more, an experience. I have tasted everything in life and I want to taste also that. And will it, by this curiosity, expand my activity in the field of the known? All this is implied in being curious.
Isn't it like wanting to go outside and drag something
Back,
into
yeah.
the rainbow?
I mean, the child is curious. Hmm? Ask questions.
Yes, but you said merely inquisitive.
Yes, that's what I'm implying. I'm saying all that. When a mind is inquisitive, it is not in a state of inquiry.
What word would you put there?
I'm saying that there is no other word.
Because inquiry can also mean the same.
Oh, no.
It's much more.
No, I don't know. I'm curious what my neighbor is doing. Because I want to find out, to criticize, to do, I'm curious what my neighbor.
I meant only when you put the question, is there, and you see, you discard it. We realize everything is from the known.
And
then the question comes, is there something that is not that known?
yes, and if you're looking at it as a curious mind inquiring, I said that. Don't. If you do that, it's part of the.
No.
All right,
Yeah.
but if you put the question from where can this question, what is the definition of
How do you? Wait a bit. All right. How do you? What is your next statement? I realize all my activity is in the known. Then what? I realize, not verbally, intellectually, as a kind of. I've realized. I said, how stupid all this way is. All right. Then, what is the next thing you would say
all right.
when you are communicating?
Is
what?
there something else?
That's all. That's all.
But if I merely say, is there something else, and stop there,
To find out how you operate in this thing. I'm not telling what you should do. You realize the activity of the known. And then you say, is there something else? Now, I say, by Jove, when you put that question, is it from the known still? Because you are very comfortable in the known, and so let me extend a hand and go find out. Or you have really understood the whole significance of the known, and then you put the question. Question merely to communicate, not the actual question, say, what is next? I don't know if I'm... A man who is satisfied with the known, he would say, what are you talking, what the heck are you talking about? So now I realize the whole conscious and unconscious significance of the known, the action of the known, the movement of the known, the activity of the known. Then I realize it. It is, I realize the nature of a poisonous snake. And I'm asking myself, is there another kind of activity? My question, is there another kind of activity, is entirely different from the questioner who says, still in the known, is there another activity? You follow?
Yes.
He's curious, he wants to have new experience, he's had all kinds of experience, including the LSD 25 and so on. He said, give me another experience for a while, I like to enjoy that. That's all. So, the question which the mind puts when it has totally realized the activity of the known, without condemning it, without trying to kick it, or he realizes it, then he puts the question, is there any other activity? And to find out if there is another kind of activity, the mind must be, yes, I won't say I must be. What is the state of the mind that puts this question?
The state of mind that sees the fact and doesn't accept it.
It is not accepting or denying the fact.
It is part of mind and understanding.
You are, I don't want to.
Yes, go on, sir, you're part of the show. Oh, go ahead, go into it as much as you want to.
But that is exactly what you are doing.
What?
Not accepting the fact.
You see, I have accepted the fact. You're introducing a thing. Look, I can't accept a fact or disregard a fact when I see a poisonous snake.
You both state the fact.
That's all I say, there's a poisonous...
We are not talking about poisonous snake.
Wait, I'm exactly stating the same thing in a different words. I say this fact is as I see the poisonous snake. I neither accept it, reject it, I see the both.
I'm afraid I don't accept the simile.
Then it's not a question of skip the simile. Use another.
Is that which contains, that which limits the mind. The mind states the fact that it is contained and limited in a mechanical process. It states the fact and does not accept it. That's the situation.
No. I'll discuss it with him. I'll keep quiet. You discuss it. I want to look at the problem.
Accept or deny it, it's there.
Huh?
One can neither accept or deny it, it's there.
No, you haven't convinced him. He's still.
You haven't understood my question.
Yes, there is an old trick in the mind, dividing the thinker and the thought. So you are always the victim of that trick.
I don't know what the think and the thought.
Let him finish. Let him make his statement, sir. Let him make his statement.
Yes.
As soon as I see the fact, the mechanical fact,
Yes.
I already have established the limit of my mind. And therefore I have given a definition of myself.
You are naming it. You are naming it by the trick of the thinker. You are bringing in that division. You are not attentive, that's all.
The division is there.
Well,
At the beginning,
the fact is this, when you are aware of your state and you put the question, is there another? Then you can see that unless there is a total abandonment,
No.
You're
My God, boy, it shows how complicated our minds are.
How with that mind
No,
can I
sir.
find out?
No, sir. No, sir.
When you see the fact and the mind begins to explore another way of being, I mean,
That's all.
to see if it's possible.
And it begins vertically.
You mean say, Suarez, that I can't look at a fact without identifying myself with it or pushing myself away from it? That's what you are saying.
Am I saying that? Have I said that?
I'm asking, sir.
No, I don't think I thought I mentioned the pushing away.
Identifying or denying. Freeing myself from it.
Not accepting does not mean not denying.
Oh, for God's
No,
sake.
because you see, if I can see the fact and go to sleep, or I see the fact and that can awaken the mind to the fact. The awakening of the mind is, in a way, a non-acceptance of the fact.
Oh,
If you see the fact that there is, then now is the fact.
I see this fact. I'm neither identifying with it, nor...
Notice you show an object. The fact is in yourself.
Wait, I'm coming to that.
That's an entirely different...
I am coming to that, sir. I see this watch. I can look at it, can't I? Neither I accepting nor denying it.
You watch, yes, but not yourself.
Wait, sir! So I say, by Jove, can I look at myself in the without denying or accepting? As a fact that I'm angry, that I'm a stupid man, can't I look at it without saying yes or no to it?
And then what happens?
But that's not the point. That's not the point. I say, can't I look first? What happens can only be answered by a man who can look at that fact as fact. I'm angry. Can I look at that feeling without identifying or denying?
That's the key of the whole...
Wait, sir. Can't I do it? See, that's what I mean, sir. You see how difficult it is? If I can't do that, how can I have a mind that's capable of inquiring?
Yes, you can't inquire if you're trying to change the fact.
That's it. Finished. You are you're a physicist and biochemist and all the rest of it. You're looking at a fact. You're not saying, I don't like that fact or I like that fact.
But can you really look at yourself while you're angry, still being angry?
Why not? Wait, you may look at it afterwards or as it takes place. You can do both.
Yes.
If you look at it while
Either you look at it afterwards or it's as it is taking place. Full stop. All that's implied in self-knowledge. And we are, oh, goodness sake me, and we are trying to inquire into something that where the mind has no judgment at all. You follow?
I don't think we're looking at the question. I think we're busy looking at the mind is looking at the question.
Of course, that's right, that's right.
But not the question, point, not all the ramifications of the...
So the point, the difficulty is, now you state a very simple things. In the past time, also in the science, they don't examine the fact. They have some idea.
I've said that umpteen times.
At a certain date, I don't know when.
Doesn't matter.
They begin to see the fact, just to see the fact. Why, in our things, in our life, this difficulty continues is so difficult. Don't see the fact as they do in the physical thing.
Because it's very simple. I don't like it, or I want to use it, or by seeing the fact that I'm a damn fool, I'll stop action. You fall in that particular direction, and that may bring lots of. You'll say, oh, these are all very simple.
So when I say I know this, I understand this, what is the reality that I partially understand only? I can see that I am included in the fact, and so I cannot act. I cannot really see. But there is something very difficult that stops me to be really a part of the fact and see it. So what to do? What to do?
So not what to do. I think I'm a great poet. And I don't see the fact that I'm a umpteenth rate poet. Footling poet, write few words. I don't see that. The fact is I don't want to see. Right? I don't want to see that I'm a third-rate poet. Because if I once saw that, I'd be deflated.
But wouldn't it be the same even if we're speaking of eighth-rate poets?
Maybe, I'm not...
Yes, but it's not the fact of seeing that he's not seeing his third rate and thinking he's first rate.
I'm only taking that example. I mean, the big poet probably doesn't even think about his first rate. He just expresses. He doesn't care. Anybody sees or doesn't see, he enjoys what he's doing. That, please, I'm not bringing the top rate or the second. I'm just seeing, I'm answering his question, why we do this. Because it feeds our vanity, by saying I'm a first rate when I'm not. And also, when I realize that fact, it deflates me, it makes me miserable. So I'd rather not be miserable, but rather live in an illusory world, full of stop.
Cioè noi stiamo perennemente ingannando noi stessi.
Sì, giusto. We are deceiving ourselves, that's what he's saying. You see, sir, how difficult it is. To be totally aware of the significance and the insignificance of the no. So can my mind be like a microscope? And an unclouded mind, unclouded eye that looks through that telescope. You follow what I mean? That's all it's very simple. If it cannot do it, then there is nothing more to be argued. You follow? Finished. I'm only changing environment, adjusting myself to environment, making myself a little more comfortable, or getting little barriers, and that doesn't.
Digging in.
And that doesn't interest me in the least. Whether I'm big man, little man, whether I'm a great artist, teacher, poet, painter, it doesn't. Because all that belongs to that field. So I naturally realizing that, and therefore not wanting to be anything or anybody. I really mean this, sir. I mean for myself. I mean this. It's an inquiry, an anonymous inquiry, not. I don't know, huh? And I don't see otherwise how we can analyze, how we can examine him.
That's what I said. If you are not detached.
No, I won't use those. No, sir.
If you are not abandoned, you feel.
Sir, those are abandoned, detached. In English, no, sir.
You're saying the same thing.
No, I am not. I am not. I am not. Please, sir. Detach, abandon implies getting rid of.
Stepping out.
No, but you stick to your point and then try to forget your words. Forget your words. You're trying to understand what the speaker is saying. Therefore, don't keep on repeating that's exactly what you mean. We don't mean the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm not being impatient. You understand, sir? There is no movement of attachment, detachment, kicking it, dying, nothing. You see the fact, full stop. Apparently this is one of the most difficult things to do. I know when I'm lying, full stop. Not the excuses why, it is a fact. See, that really requires great sense of humility. Huh? To see the fact. Extraordinary. It's not freedom from the fact, but it's only the free mind can see the fact. That's all, sir. And therefore, seeing that fact, I'm beginning to inquire. You follow? Freedom is not in the fact, but the mind that is free can see the fact. And it's only that mind that can inquire, right?
Well, you say in seeing the fact you have begun to inquire. Is that it?
No.
No.
Yeah, no. So, my
It's in
lordy.
communication with it.
Huh?
It's seeing the fact one is in communication with it.
Well,
You see the word communication again. Please, these words are very difficult.
Implies dialogue.
I see a snake. It may be bad simile as Suarez says, but it may be, I don't know, to me it's neither important or unimportant. I see the fact. There is a snake which is poisonous. To see that snake, I must be free to look, right? I'm not communicating with that snake, I see it, right? Now, in the same way, I see I'm angry. The fact I see it and not say I must not, because I see it. Because my mind is free from any activity of doing, not doing, identifying, not identifying. Huh? To look at that mountain, you must be free to look. God, this was, I don't...
You say only a free mind can look at the fact, but isn't the mind a part of the fact in anger?
You're all right. If you want to dissect
I
it,
mean,
all
is
right.
there a free mind?
No,
You're
there
looking
isn't.
at the fact?
Look, you see. Look, you tell me I'm a rotten poet. I'm not a poet anyhow, but you tell me I'm a rotten poet. I don't see the fact because I'm so enclosed in my vanity that I'm a first-rate poet. I don't see the fact, right? My vanity is preventing me from seeing the fact. I get angry with you. My vanity is preventing me. It's only when there is freedom from that vanity I can look at what you're saying. Well, this is fairly simple, isn't it?
The freedom is with reference to a fact, not
I'm talking of simple.
the fact is unimportant.
It's totally
You
unimportant.
say it.
You see, sir, how extraordinarily difficult it is to really be in a state of inquiry. You follow? To have a very clear eye and a mind that is microscopic, if I can use it, which looks. Under the microscope, you're not choosing, huh? You don't say, I like that, I am not that, it is that. You're looking. I may get angry when you say I'm a fool, but my mind says, wait a minute, I'm going to look at it. What's the difficulty in this? Why can't we proceed from this? We go round and round and round in this circle. So I see, sir, to inquire into the question, not into the fact, into the question, whether there is a different movement, different activity. Even to inquire, to listen to that question, I must know the fact of the activity of the known, right? Before I inquire, before I look, rather, not inquire, I won't use the word inquire, before there is a seeing, one has to find out what is the state of the mind that is seeing.
That is actually seeing.
Actually, of course. Is it actually seeing?
Yes.
Or is it still fooling around in the field of the known and say, yes, I'm seeing. So there is communication only between between people who are seeing, only when the known is completely understood. Because what you see and communicate with me, if I don't see the totality, I say, what are you talking about?
You mean say if two people are both seeing, they see the same thing, essentially?
Yes. Then it has fun. You follow what I mean?
Yes. So it makes no difference if it's inside or outside.
And then, of course. So when we got together in this room with a few of us, it was that, not this, not the known and searching out how to get rid of my grandmother's anger and all the rest of that stuff.
sometimes this becomes spontaneously, but to try to, to start from, it seems, when we start this way, we seem to get off into effort, do you see?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. There's no effort. When I ask, there is no effort at all. I'm just watching. You follow, sir? Look, sir. Let's say I want to communicate something with you. I say, look, don't listen or see with the eyes and hear with the known. I want to tell you something. And you say to me, but how can I listen to you? And my ears are blocked with the known, and my eyes are clouded with the known. That's all. And is it possible to communicate if my eyes and ears are closed? Is it possible for you to communicate with me? It's not. Huh? And even ordinary things, it's not. So I said, by Jove, to inquire into something much more profound, or nothing at all, I must remove all the stuff in my eyes and ears.
And listen.
No, obviously. And listen not to me.
No.
Listen.
Insight comes unasked.
No. We are not asking unasked or not asked. We are. One has to be tremendously careful about this, because unasked becomes the inner voice, which is the result of, they play with the inner voice. All the saints have played with it, which they have identified as God, as And to me, I don't want anything unasked. I want to see. Because then my mind is in a position to deceive itself tremendously.
Must be no imaginings of what it might be.
Fact is not imagination. It's all right in poetry or painting or music or whatever you're going to have, but we're not dealing with that. Well, we better stop. We'll continue again.